Hey guys, good morning. We're headed to Green Swamp East, which is mile 332 on the Florida Trail, and that is the very first wooded trail section for the Western Corridor. You have to do a 69-mile road walk first from the decision point at Prairie Lakes. So I hope y'all enjoy. Okay, we're turning left on Rock Ridge Road right here. That says Green Pond and then Rock Ridge, and we're on Pointer. This is all actually part of the Florida Trail. You would be road walking. Here we are still on Rock Ridge Road, and you're going to turn right here into the Green Swamp Wilderness. There's a Florida Trail. Oh, that must be where it starts, right there. Okay, here is the map for the Florida Trail section that we're doing. This is the Green Swamp. That's where we are right now. That's where we're starting. We're going up to about right before this campsite right here, and then there's going to be a loop, you can't see it on here, out to see the Stewart Homestead, and then we're going to turn around and come back. It says that for camping you have to make a reservation and it's free. This is actually Swift Mud property. All right, here we go guys. I'm so excited to be in the Green Swamp finally. So many people post videos of this section. Shout out to Diesel's Outdoor Excursions for helping me figure out that this section of the trail leads to the Stewart Homestead. All I have to do is like a 2-mile detour on a spur trail, and I get to see some of Florida's history. I'm super excited. Apparently the grandson killed his grandparents in their house in the middle of the night while they were sleeping because the grandfather had taken his money out of the bank because he was worried about it being safe in the bank. Just like some of us may worry about that now. Things haven't changed. And he actually killed them with an axe, supposedly to get the money. Except the money was never found. Diesel's Outdoor Excursions, he tells that story on his channel. I'm going to link his channel below so that you can look him up. If you look up his Stewart Homestead video, it explains it a lot better than I just did. Okay, Kenya and I are going to run a bit. We got 14 miles to cover today, 7 miles out and 7 miles back. I have a race in, I think, 4 weeks, 33 miles. So I got to get some training in, y'all, or I'm not going to make that cutoff. So I guess we go on the road for a minute. Came up to this little gate, Green Swamp. Gate here in a little building. Oh, this says camper registration, so I guess if you're camping you would come in here. Okay, so right after the porta potties is where you dip back into the trail. I was running late this morning, so we didn't get here till like 10. I was working on editing a video for y'all. It's a 2-hour drive for me here. Honestly, my battery might run out sometime in here because I ran it down using it at the house this morning, and my one in my car is not working very great. So hopefully I'm going to be able to show you this whole place. It's all single track in here. It's well maintained, of course. Lots of roots jumping up, so there's one there. So I'm trying to keep my feet up high. There's a little water. Not much, it's stagnant. We haven't had any rain. Still in a burn ban. I guess during the rainy season, water runs all through here. This is a lovely bridge. There's barely any water in there. So some guy just drove by and he said, "Let me tell you what." He said, "You need to carry a pistol if you're out here." He said, "You're going to come across some nasty hogs. They're going to tear that dog up. I just saw a bobcat out here this morning." So now I'm all nervous. They can't be any different than the hogs we're used to in our neck of the woods, right? Y'all. I'd love your opinions. This is how she sits for cars, y'all. There's a car coming. These are all hunters, I guess. I guess that's where you go home. Now we're dipping back into the woods here. We're exactly 2.5 miles in, and we come to this little intersection. Through trail to Mott Hammock, Bay Loop. That's the weekend loop, that white loop, which is that way, which is actually what we're going to be on for the Stewart house, but we're going to pick up that direction. That's also a white trail that direction. It makes a loop so you can backpack. It says day loop blue, so Diesel's Outdoor Excursions, he took this route. It basically just runs alongside the Florida Trail. Bridge Road is 2.6, so that's where we're at, 2.6. Back on trail. We're sticking with the orange because I want to do the Florida Trail, and we're going to the white. So this is lovely. It's like a little tunnel. This is just beautiful, y'all. She's nervous. Keep going, baby. You good? Aw, it's okay, baby. I wonder if it's prickly. It's got like no skid stuff on it. She doesn't usually have a problem going on the bridges. Here's another bridge. Kenya seems to be being a little better on. She just must not be used to those grates. She's doing better this time. We're just walking, we're not running here. Good girl. She's a good girl. This has been really smooth out here. We're maintaining about a 13:30 pace, which I'm super happy with. My cutoff for the race is 18-minute pace. So if I can just keep it under that, I'll be good. Okay, here's another sign. Let's see, the weekend loop is that way. If I want to go that way. Oh, that's also the Forest Trail is that way. This says day loop is that way, it's blue, and it says Tramway Scenic Overlook. And it just says 175 yards. So we're going to go look at this. I feel like somebody said it was pretty. I don't remember who. Tramway Scenic Overlook, 1920s to 1950s. Railroad grade on pilings extended into the swamp so they could harvest cypress. Here's a little bench the Florida Trail put up. And then we're actually going to sit here for a second. So I don't know exactly what we're looking at. I don't know if maybe this... Oh, I bet this is the end of the railroad right here. And they came in here to get all... That's why there's no cypress trees back there. Because they ended right here. And there's all the cypress trees. And normally this is probably all full of water. So it's probably stunningly beautiful. There's bromeliads on all the trees. Yeah, so we're 3.5 miles in. So that's halfway to our turnaround point, and that's a quarter of the way done for today. So we're gonna go ahead and take a water break. I'm splitting Kenya's water into 4 so that we can make it last until we're done. Okay guys, that overlook was beautiful. Kenya is just being a Fruit Loop. I tried to get some pictures of us for our thumbnail, but she was not being cooperative. And then I looked down and all of her legs were covered in ticks. So I had to spend some time getting those off. She is on flea and tick medicine, so if they do bite her, they'll die. But I don't think we picked these ticks up on the trail. I think it was just right there at the bench. So keep that in mind. I have long pants on all the way down to my shoes. I have gaiters on top of that. So I think I'm probably good. We'll check each other before we get in the car though. Just giving y'all a heads up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and follow the trail here. So now we're just following orange and white. Careful, there's a hole. A hole right there, so be careful. In the forest road, going up over another bridge. Okay, y'all, you cannot get lost in here. Look at all these blazes. I can see 5 trees at one time with blazes on them. This is a 5-mile point. This is where we're done with the Florida Trail for the day. So this is mile 337. We did 5 miles on the Florida Trail. Now we're gonna pick up, I think, yeah, because it says just orange that direction. So now we're gonna do the white trail. And we're gonna go see if we can find that Stewart Homestead. I'm having a hard time seeing the trail though. I'm curious if it's not maintained right here. I mean, I see the markers, it's just all grown up. So I think it's 2 miles to the Stewart Homestead. On this white trail. Oh, look at Kenya looking both ways. We're going this way, babe. Okay, y'all, I'm not giving up, but this is just awful. It's just not cleared at all. You see? This is what we're going through. And I just tripped and fell over a root. At least it wasn't Kenya's fault this time. Okay, this is a little better right here. I'm gonna try to run again. Pine forests are like my favorite place to be. I'm gonna do a 360 for y'all. It just feels like you're the only person in the universe out here. And there's a trail. And to think that this homestead that we're going to, these people lived like this far out. I think that the green swamp was kind of magical. Just like, you know, the Appalachian Trail. With all of its little ghost stories and skunk ape stories and all of that. So here we are, out here in the woods alone. But it's okay, because I have Kenya Grace to protect me. It feels like time is standing still, y'all. We've only been 0.6 miles since we turned off this trail. It is so lumpy and bumpy. My feet are just twisting. I'm twisting my ankle almost every step you see. Oh my gosh. It's a lot. I've had to walk this whole thing. And it's kind of hot out here. The sun is shining bright. There's a cool breeze. So that's good. Okay, we're 6 miles in. So I think we just have 1 more mile to the Stewart Homestead. I will say I've been maintaining a 19-minute mile while we're out here walking, which makes me happy. I wish that I could get it down to an 18-minute mile. And then I would be right on track. And then all I'd have to do is anytime I have to walk during the race, just make sure I keep it at 18. And then for sure I'll make a cutoff as long as I don't spend any time in the aid stations. Eat and walk. So it looks like on the map we just go down this dirt road and the trail picks up on the right and takes me right to the Stewart house. And then I feel like on this side of the road is where the cemetery is. I'm gonna walk down here just for a second to see if I see anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. If there's a cemetery out here or not. I'm just not, there might be. I'm just not gonna worry about it though. We're gonna go try to find the house. Here's the trail sign. This part of the trail looks like it's much better maintained. I'm not seeing any hog damage, so we're gonna try to run here. Okay, I just came from over there. There's another intersection here, and I'm not sure which way to go. Trying to follow my little map. See if it thinks I'm going the right way or not. Okay, it didn't think I was going the right way, so... Oh, I see a white blaze over there. Here we go. I think we're almost there, maybe 1/10 of a mile. I can kind of see where I think the homestead is on the map. I'm tired, y'all. It's hot, and this ground is lumpy. I'm hoping we can take a little shade break and eat and drink, tighten up my shoes. Woo, get back to the car. Okay, we're back in a lovely hammock. It's cool and breezy in here. And I see a roof over there. So I think we're in the right spot. This is what we're looking at. Okay, I see a sign here. Hold on. Okay, this says cattle dipping vat for tick fever health hazard, built in 1929. So I think, come here, Tanya. So they would pour, I don't know what they poured in here to walk them through. Maybe that turpentine, who knows. And it would get it would kill all the ticks that were on them, so they wouldn't get tick fever. And I think in Diesel's video, I think he said there was some engravings on here. I'm not seeing anything. It's okay. My poor battery is dying and I want to be able to show you guys the house. So we're going to head over to the house. This looks like this is probably what it looked like. They probably made all these trails when they lived here. The Stewarts. This was their property. And there was a road like right there, so that must be how they got in here. Not by the trail that we used. So this is really cool. This is their house. This is where they died. Oh, there's like a hunting stand right there. Makes me feel like maybe I'm not supposed to be here. Okay, so this is the little house that they lived in. This is where they were killed. This was their house. I don't see any signage. I thought maybe there would be signs like explaining everything. It's not creepy. I always worry about squatters when you find little houses like this. Look how small their house was, y'all. We're so spoiled nowadays. This is wicked cool. There's a tree stump right there. I don't know if they built the house around that and that was like part of their furniture. I'm not sure. Hold on, Kenya. We'll take a break in here. I think there's a cemetery over here. I think there's a second cemetery. I don't think we were able to find it today. So let's see what it says. Stewart Homestead, Mr. and Mrs. Stewart. I don't know who else is on there. It looks like 1918. Oh, maybe those are their actual names. Isham and Sarah. Axe murdered together in their home by Sally's grandson, Joshua Browning, and his friend John Tucker. I guess life's always been evil, y'all. Okay, I'm just sitting on this little stump inside the house. Just imagining what it's like to be in a different time. Different people on the earth. Life is so interesting to me. I love going back in time and standing where others have stood. It's just fascinating to me, like all the different generations and all the, we keep thinking that the world's getting worse, but is it? I mean, I feel like people were doing the same stuff 100 years ago and 200 years ago and in biblical times, like it's just the same thing over and over. I read the Bible a lot, y'all, and it just makes me think of Ecclesiastes. The book of Ecclesiastes is a lot about, that we just keep repeating history and, what is the purpose of life and season after season and generation after generation and just the same stuff and it happens over and over again. And I guess in the end, the whole purpose of life is to, commune with God, to have a relationship with God, and then this won't be the end. Anyways, just sharing some thoughts, y'all. Kenya's off leash. She should stay nearby. I think that's a good way for her to cool off. So I'm going to sit here and have a snack and drink some water. I already gave her some water. And then we're going to get on the road. Look how good she is. She's not even on leash. She's just sitting here with me. Kenya, you good girl. Okay, guys, I'm eating and walking. We really need to get back to the car because my battery's dying. We have 7 miles back. I'm going to start walking, and I'm going to check in with you guys when we make it back to the Florida Trail, so in 2 miles. Try to keep Kenya off leash as much as I can. I think that'll be easier for her. I'll be able to regulate how she's doing a little bit better. Because I won't be, forcing her to do something, She's doing really good. I just hope she doesn't find any snakes. I haven't seen a single human out here today, except for the trucks on the road. No, come here. Kenya. Come. Hey guys, my battery died. So you guys didn't get to see the return trip, but you didn't miss anything. We came back the same way we came, and it was just 7 miles, and we ran almost the whole thing. Kenya was off leash for 4 miles. I put her back on the leash when we got close to the road, and I thought I heard some gunshots, so I decided to put her back on the leash. She did really good. She was leading the way. I didn't have my map. We were following the blazes, but I get confused if I'm going the right way. And she just knew right where to go. She knew where she had come from. So I guess that's why they make German Shepherd search and rescue dogs. Anyways, we're calling it a day. We had a wonderful time. I'm so glad I went out to the Stewart Homestead. I thought that was really cool. The next few videos will be coming from the Everglades, so I hope you guys will enjoy. I'm headed to Polk City Barbecue for strawberry milkshake and a pop cup for Kenya Grace. So, say bye, Kenya. We'll see y'all next time on the trail. So we're skipping our milkshake today. We got a cherry soda Celsius instead. Apparently I'm not going to be home till like 5:30. So I decided I didn't have time to be stopping and getting a milkshake. And we just stopped at this little gas station. So I'll see y'all on the flip side.